Okay. Hi. Welcome in. Sarah Fraser Show podcast. My TikTok rights have been restored after I was popping a little, by the way, it was a non-alcoholic drink by Little Saints. Yesterday on my live got completely shut down. Can you believe the nerve? The nerve of TikTok, but we are back. We got a full podcast to talk about. We have some Sister Wives news. More proof that Coyote Pass is going up for sale. We will talk about that. Also, does everybody remember in season 19, probably was episode 19 or 20, when Christine and Janelle went to Plot's Plot in, I'm not sure where is Plot's Plot, by the way? Is it in Utah? Utah. Where is it? Anyhow, some fans went there recently to Plot's Plot, and they are revealing if the Sister Wives item is still there. We have Kenya Moore to discuss. Everybody is talking about recent episodes of RHOA where Kenya shows Britt Edie's picture of her doing an old love act. Oh, she basically shows a picture of Britt Edie with a big old DICK heading in her mouth. Well, you know Kenya's been kicked off the show. And there's a lot of debate about this. So we're going to talk about that. And then is anyone else disturbed, worried about this direwolf story? Have you heard about this crazy direwolf that these scientists in an undisclosed state, they don't want people to know where this is happening, just brought back 1,000-year-old extinct direwolf? Why in God's name do we need a goddamn direwolf back? Okay. And now they're going to bring back the woolly mammoth. Do we need a woolly? How is this real life Jurassic Park happening? Is anybody objecting to this? Is extinction really a bad thing? Maybe we need to let things go. Right? And we're live on the TikTok, by the way. Maybe with extinction, it's not a bad thing. Maybe we need to let some species die and others, I don't know, begin to crossbreed and manifest. However, scientists have brought back 3 direwolves. Hell no. Okay. They're giant wolves, bigger than your normal wolf. And they brought them back by splicing and dicing all their genomes, putting them into large dogs, letting the large dogs carry them. Then the dire wolves are born by a C-section, and now they're here. Okay. And I'll tell you why scientists say this is a great thing, but we can debate. Is cloning animals is this the start of Jurassic Park? Is this good or is this not so great? Let's talk about Sister Wives. I am obsessed with the show. It is countdown. We are less than 2 weeks away from Sister Wives season 19 resuming for 9 more epic episodes of Sister Wives, okay? We are getting 9 more episodes. We are getting a Garrison Brown special that will take a look at the life and passing of Garrison and will reunite the Sister Wives family for the first time on camera in well over a year. So 2 things happening. One is I told you yesterday about Janelle Brown leaving Flagstaff for good. Now, fans are speculating all on my Reddit, on different Facebook groups and in my comments that what does this mean with Janelle emptying out her storage unit in Flagstaff, giving away things, clearing out everything that was Garrison's, putting it in a U-Haul and driving across country? Well, I know what it means. And this is what fans are saying it means. Basically, fans are saying this is another sign that Coyote Pass is going up for sale. But Coyote Pass is going to be sold. Who's buying Coyote Pass? Y'all buying it? You know, Coyote Pass tax-wise has been estimated. Now, this is, of course, if Coyote Pass were being sold as a whole group for $1.3 million. I don't think it's going to be sold as a group. I think it's going to be sold off in different parcels. But hey, you never know. So fans are saying, boom, another sign that get ready. We are going to see a for sale sign in front of Coyote Pass here in the next couple of months. Because if Janelle has moved everything out of Arizona, she ain't going back. She's not going back, period. She was in Utah for a family wedding and then cleaning out everything she owned in Arizona. And this is more proof that Coyote Pass will be up for sale. If you missed it, because people are still digesting this, Coyote Pass was redivided last week, fresh, redivided, a warranty deed, where now it makes everyone, Cody, Robin, Janelle, and Chris, and Mary, equal partners, each getting 25% of Coyote Pass. And there's even a plot of Coyote Pass that just has Mary and Janelle's names on it. So they lawyered up. And Cody Cody did what he said that Robin was going to make him do, which was be fair. And he ended up being fair. Now, of course, people are still like, why is it that Cody and Robin are getting 50%? They didn't pay their fair share. Well, look, it's been redivided, and now Mary and Janelle own a plot separately. And with Janelle leaving Flagstaff permanently, moving all her stuff, a lot of people are like, boom, another sign that, in fact, Coyote Pass will be for sale very soon. The other thing that's happening is Plot's Plot. Have you heard of this place? Plot's Plot is out in the desert. And could somebody on TikTok tell me what state Plot's Plot is? It's a container. It's just like a big, shipping container where people go in and they're supposed to leave items that symbolize a new beginning, right? Like I'm bringing a coffee mug, clearly not your Sarah Fraser Show coffee mug, but I'm bringing something in my life that symbolizes my old life. I'm leaving it here at Plot's Plot, and boom, I'm moving on. Well, somebody went to Plot's Plot and saw Janelle's note and the necklace. Remember the necklace that Cody had bought her? Remember the necklace that Cody bought her, and Janelle wanted to leave it behind at Plot's Plot to start new? The damn necklace is still there. You're telling me no Uber Sister Wives fan has come and taken that? That's like, hats off to you all. Like, I thought you all were shady beaches, but you are not a shady beach. You have left it. So the note that Janelle wrote to Cody Brown, I think probably roasted him, right? And that note is still there. And so is the damn necklace that he had bought Janelle. Remember, he'd bought all the women like a necklace to symbolize the rebirth. Hers was like of a tree. Still there. Also, remember the really bizarre head, like the paper mache head that oddly looked like Cody and had ramen noodle hair that was at Plot's Plot? That's also still there. I am. All right, y'all have left the Sister Wives items. That's very respectful of people. You know what I mean? When you're out here on this damn internet, they make it sound like everybody is evil. But in real life, when you get off the damn internet, and don't you love turning off the internet? I do. When you get off the damn internet, people are so lovely. So if you go to Plot's Plot, take pictures, send them to the Sarah Fraser Show at gmail.com. And the Sister Wives items are still there. So, and Amy says on the TikTok lines, no one wants bad juju. That, Amy, isn't that the truth? I swear to God, karma never misses. The universe never misses, ever. Look at Diddy. He's not getting out. I don't even know anymore. I can't even keep track of what Diddy is guilty of. I just know he's guilty. And karma can take its time, but it never misses. That man, apparently he's fat and balding in jail. All comes back around. And nobody wants bad juju in the Sister Wives space. Before we move on to talk about Kenya Moore, this Kenya Moore story for RHOA dominating the internet. Thousands of comments. I want to know everybody's thoughts. Drop them on my TikTok lines. What do you think? Should Kenya Moore have been fired from Bravo? What the hell is going on? After Britt Eady threatened her and said, I got a pew-pew. Now, she didn't say I got a pew-pew for Kenya, but they were having a fight. And then after the fight, Britt Eady, who of course is one of the housewives, says, I got a pew-pew, kind of like threatening, right? Like, I mean, anytime you're dropping a pew-pew about anyone post-fight, I think it's kind of directed to them. However, Kenya Moore in hot water after showing a porn, which is P-O-R-O-N. Look, you can't say anything on TikTok, okay? You all know what I'm talking about. An inappropriate photo of Britt at a party that we just saw, and people are flipping out about this. But before I get there, welcome to Plathville. I broke the news a little over a week ago. Micah Plath and Isaac Plath, brothers, had a brother brawl so badly. Micah Plath's nose broken and it nearly was ripped off. He had stitches. He's recovering in Florida. So far, no pictures, current photos of Micah have been shown anywhere. And now people are asking, will Micah Plath ever model again? Micah Plath is so smoking hot. Will this kid ever model again? We don't know because nobody has seen a photo of him in real life. Nobody knows what Micah Plath looks like post brutal beatdown, broken nose situation. According to Veronica, his ex-girlfriend, Veronica Peters says it's so bad he is not going to model again. No, he's so gorgeous. God, let the nose stay on the face. Isn't it awful, too? Whenever I think of poor Micah Plath and Isaac Plath and his nose being ripped off, I think about that chimpanzee story. Remember this? This is a throwback for y'all. Remember the chimpanzee story in Connecticut about the chimp that ripped off the woman's face? And that documentary, Chimp Crazy, because the chimps always go ape for a horrible pun on people. When I think of Micah Plath, I just think of a chimpanzee ripping off. And chimpanzees love to rip off your nose and your fingers for some reason. I don't know why. Anyhow, I just think of chimp attacks when people have their nose ripped off, which is not funny. Who wants to be attacked by a chimp? Charlotte Nash. Wasn't it Charlotte Nash? Somebody else remembers the throwback. Is Charlotte Nash the one that owned the crazy chimp? Or was Charlotte the one attacked? Oh, my God. I mean, for the love. Do you remember that? I'm obsessed with that Chimp Crazy documentary. I am obsessed. How these women, they wanted to have more children, but they end up thinking the chimps are their babies. Honey, you couldn't get me near a wild animal. These people that go to Thailand and want to pose with a tiger, pass. No thanks. I don't, I wish no harm to animals or children, but animals are not my thing. You know what I'm saying? They're just not. And people always go, oh, you don't like dogs. You don't does everyone have to love animals? I don't wish them ill will. It's just that, I'm sorry. I don't think I don't want a baby chimp around me or a tiger. No. And wild animals stink. Okay. Before I lose you all. Anyway, Micah Plath did not have his nose ripped off by a chimpanzee, but that's what I think of. All right, there you go. Let's talk about Kenya Moore. Someone else said, girl, same. Well, we're on an island. If you wish animals no harm, and I've never hurt an animal in my life, it's just that I don't want to be around them. You know what I'm saying? If someone said to me, oh, you've got to go down and help the clone dire wolves, I'd be like, oh, this is the worst fucking job. I'd actually rather tar roads, I think, than work with animals. Isn't that awful? That's terrible. That's so terrible. I don't know. I just enjoy humans. I don't know what it is about me. I love people. LOL, Renee says, I'm from Connecticut. That's why I remember. That story. I remember when that story happened, when that chimp lived in that house in Connecticut and ripped off the woman's face and ripped off the door of the woman's car to rip off her face. And then the police officer came and he says, when that chimp came out, what was the chimp's name? When that chimp came out and had gone crazy all over the house, the police officer said the chimp looked him in the eyes and said, shoot me. The chimp wanted him to pew him, and the police officer pewed him. What a story. I mean, what? The police officer, dead serious in the documentary, goes, was it Travis, the chimp? That Travis looked at him and he could tell in his eyes, he was saying, put me out of my misery. And then the guy did. Anyhow, Gray Maine Dog says, I understand you're not being into wild animals, but I don't understand dogs. People that don't like dogs are usually bad people. People always say that to me. It's not that I like pets. I just don't need a dog. I don't know how that makes you a bad person. I probably would prefer, I don't even need a cat. I don't know. Sorry. I would rather hang out with people. I'm sorry. I don't know if that makes me a bad person. Here I am. Let's talk about Kenya Moore. I am so fascinated by this because should Kenya Moore have been removed from Bravo now everyone's going nuts. RHOA recent episodes, we saw Britt Eady, a newbie on RHOA, after a fight with Kenya, basically say that she's got her pews at home. And a lot of people, including Kenya, who's all over social media, even on Kenya Moore's IG story, go and peep if it's still there. She has a picture of herself, free Kenya. She's got duct tape over her face. By the way, I love Kenya Moore. Gone with the Wind, fabulous is such an iconic line. I don't know. I think she's gorgeous. I love the wigs. I love the attitude. She's like she's up there for me with like Nene. I don't know. I love her. But fans are going bananas today at Bravo. How the F are you going to allow Britt Eady to stay on this damn show, talking about pew-pews, but Kenya Moore has been removed from the show. We don't know her future at Bravo. After she showed up to a party and she had posters printed out of Britt Eady performing an SEX act with a big old schween, okay, next to her face, right? And oh my God, the women, Drew Sidora's face, Portia's face. A lot of people think that in that scene, Portia was like, oh my God, Kenya, what are you doing, girl? They brought us back to make millions of dollars and bring the viewers in. And bitch, you are ruining it for us. And you know, on various blogs, people are like anti-Kenya. They're like, you should have known. You are so immature. This revenge corn thing is not cool. You never should have done this. Like, you should have known better. And a lot of people are blaming Kenya for this. So maybe Bravo made the right call. I don't know. Has anybody else lost track of like what's appropriate and what's not? Because I didn't think it was that bad. I don't know. Like, I don't even know that it's a real picture. Like, I don't even think it's like a real porn leak. You know what I'm saying? I think it's just like a superimposed photo that she did and she held it up for all the women. Would I be that embarrassed? I don't think I'd be that embarrassed. I'd be like, wow, people think I'm still doing this act on men at 43? This is fabulous. If you could let people know that I'm out here still sexually active, great. Apparently production didn't see it that way. So anyhow, but people are not really siding with Kenya. They're glad that Kenya's removed. They think she was immature. And Britt Eady so far is going to continue on with this season. And we saw the last of Kenya for this season, I believe. Oof. And we don't know the future of Kenya Moore on RHOA. But RHOA getting a ton of discussion. And we'll see what the future is for her. But anyhow, you're welcome to weigh in on the TikTok lines. Veronica Peters was just here. Veronica, you want to go live, girl? Oh, did she just drop out? Where's our girl, Veronica? We need her. Veronica, come back. Shorty says Kenya's been so. See, this is the thing. I'm the only one that likes Kenya. Shorty says Kenya has been so annoying. Michelle says she's so messy. Okay, Veronica Peters, we want to go live with you. You don't have to say anything. Wait, can I go live with you? You don't have to say anything. We don't want to get you in trouble at all. How do we go live? Wait, can we add her? No. Wait, can we guest her? How do we? Veronica, ask to go live. Ask to go live, girl. Wait. Okay, wait. I just invited you. We'll see if Veronica Peters, of course, formerly of Welcome to Plathville, can go live with us. We don't want to get her in trouble because she's going to be appearing on Welcome to Plathville. Wait, Veronica, are you there? Oh my God. Wait, hold on. We got Veronica Peters. We got a special. Hold on. This is turning out to be a special. Okay, Veronica.
How do I put my video on? Oh, I'm in the car. Let me turn up the car phone.
All right, everybody on TikTok, hit the likes. Tell all your friends we're about to get an exclusive. This is Veronica Peters of Welcome to Plathville Season 7 and formerly with Micah Plath. He should be Micah Peters. Oh my God. Okay, first and foremost. Okay, wait a sec. We got to be able to hear you because we're recording a podcast and we need to be able to hear you on the podcast and real life. Okay, Veronica Peters, first and foremost, how are you doing with all this stuff that's come out with Welcome to Plathville? Oh no. Okay, wait. When you say it's going to get worse, what does that mean? Like more is coming out about the family, or we're just going to see it on the show? You and Olivia have been doing a good job.
They're gonna have.
Okay, so there's more skeletons that are going to come out. And by the way, oh no, we're like losing you. It's kind of like coming in and out.
So
I know the service is bad. Okay, wait, Veronica, I think.
I know. I wait 5 minutes and I just like popped on TikTok. I was like, oh.
Okay, Veronica, really quickly, because we'll do a longer interview coming up, but really quick, have you seen a recent picture of Micah's nose? Will he model again?
I want like, commissioning people to get me a photo, but I mean, nobody's talking to him. He's been hitting up all my friends though, trying to like live with them. And I was like, you really think you're gonna coach surf with my best friend? Like, sir.
Um, okay, do you think the nose is as bad as it's been described? Broken, several stitches. Do you think it's really bad?
Here was like the bridge of his nose was like flat, and it was ripped from here through here, up here, and over here.
Okay, how do you think that Isaac was able to do that?
It goes on the floor, and he kept going like that.
Oh my God. So why do you think this
Jacket off of him? That's pretty talented. What?
why do you think this family, why do you think there's so much fighting in the family?
I mean, like cavemen fight. That's how they all killed each other. That's my thought.
Have you heard from
It's easy to like get violent when you're uneducated. They can't use their words. Like none of them know how to communicate.
so they just fight?
Yeah. And they like pout. They don't know how to use words. Like they simply don't. Like Mariah pouts like a baby. Kim pouts like a baby. Barry like stares at you like through your soul. The boys get like violently angry. Like Micah was different. He didn't get angry. He would just like, I don't know, like blank slate. But Amber would like notoriously lie. And the little girls, well, I hope they go to school.
Veronica, have you heard anything from Micah since the breakup? And I mean, the past 2 weeks have been really big for the family. Obviously, Olivia Plath has come out with abuse stories of Ethan. I mean, have you heard from Micah saying, like, can we talk? Like, any?
He's blocked on my phone, to be honest with you. When his brother threatened to slit my throat, I blocked them all. So yeah, they're blocked on my phone. They've reached out to my brother-in-law and were like, how's Veronica? Like, did you not just traumatize me? Like, are you okay, sir? Like, you think you can come back? He reached out to my best friend. Didn't even ask how she was. Went like right to the point, like, how's Veronica? I miss her. And my best friend was like, I watched the cops drag your stuff out of her house. Oh, and he also stole like pink tools, and I was like, boy, you need it. And he took food from the house, which I paid for everything. And I was like, boy, take it. Like, you're gonna need it. You're gonna be living with Barry.
Is that where he is? Okay. We'll do a further interview. I think people want to learn more about you. Okay, Veronica Peters, enjoy your day. Be safe.
Yeah, so I'm just running into an appointment. Talk soon.
Okay, bye, gorgeous. Okay. All right. So there was Veronica Peters from Welcome to Plathville live telling you guys that Micah Plath is trying to couch surf. Hold on. Let me get the phone. Let me get the phone back on the up. Oh no. Okay, there we go. There was Veronica Peters. So giving an update. She has not seen a recent photo of Micah's nose. He's couch surfing, calling her friends, living with Barry Plath. And doesn't sound like things are going particularly well for the family. Whew. Why is she everywhere now when she didn't want to be on the show? Well, I think because probably she's scorned. You know, she's not happy about what happened and wants to tell her story. And I think like Olivia Plath maybe putting together how toxic this family really was. Now, look, Everybody, I think, should get a say. I would love to interview someone from the Plath family. I think it's time for them to speak out, whether it's Ethan or Kim or Barry. I mean, the things coming out about them, um, are just so big. I would think they would want to address these. Anyway, Veronica Peters, everybody from Welcome to Plathville. So hopefully she will be back on the show for a full interview where we can sit down and hear her. And she did give an update right now on Micah Plath's broken nose. So there you have it. Let's talk about two more stories before we leave. Dire wolves. Dire wolves are now real. Has everybody heard this banana story of this company that is bringing back animals from 1,000 years ago? Wants to bring back the woolly mammoth. The hell with that. Do we really need a woolly mammoth? I don't think so. Do we really need a mammoth? But the dire wolf is back. 3 dire wolves are currently in the United States in an undisclosed area. They have been genetically modified. And I mean, I want to crap all over this, but I'm using an egg donor. So I don't know. I mean, are we just all screwing with genetics? Is this terrible? I mean, some people think this is horrible, that we are headed down the Jurassic Park way. Why are we messing with science? Yes, they look like Samoa dogs, maybe? Embryo adoption mama here. Oh, okay, Kelsey, I'm getting ready to use an egg donor, but I was also going to shit on the scientists that have now genetically engineered dire wolves to resemble extinct dire wolves. And they are now trotting, sleeping, and howling in an undisclosed secure location in the United States. And they hope to bring back more lost species. Oy vey. The wolf pups will range in age from 3 to 6 months, have long white hair, muscular jaws, and already weigh in at around 80 pounds. They're on track to reach between 140 and 160 pounds of maturity. Do we need this? Researchers at Colossal Biosciences have reported updates on the dire wolves, which went extinct more than 10,000 years old, or 10,000 years ago. Huh? Why do we need them back? We've survived 10,000 years without these damn dire wolves, and we need these things back? Ugh. Now, look, by the way, they're saying that by genetically engineering wolves, that scientists, in fact, this is a really good thing because we can help actually animals currently not go extinct, okay? They also believe that this could lead to all kinds of breakthroughs in, genetic diseases and everything else. They're always going to put a spin on it. Oh, this is fabulous. I don't know. Does this seem like it's a good thing or not? Other scientists that oppose this say this is very dangerous, though, because when, scientists have sometimes or biologists have brought and introduced animals to different environments to try to eradicate a bad animal, and then something always pops up. Does that make sense? So opponents of this say we don't even know the consequences of bringing back these damn dire wolves that ain't nobody need. And they go, you just wait. You just wait. You think bringing the dire wolf is good and, it'll help research. And then, we can do all these genetically modified animals for zoos. We really need that. But they say, wait, because the consequences of this, we don't even know yet. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. But then on the other hand, these scientists say, there's actually people out there clone their dogs. And here I am doing an egg donor. Whew. All right. There you have it. Oh, lastly. Two big things. Luke, I'm so good. People on the TikTok lines have a lot of thoughts. We can't care for the animals that we have now correctly, says Whitney. So now we're going to genetically engineer new ones. Whitney, I couldn't be more with you. Roxy says if they don't plan to let them into the wild, it's probably fine. Okay, but this is Jurassic Park. We know eventually they get into the wild. They crossbreed. They kill everybody's livestock. Also, have you ever had this happen to you? 87% of people secretly rehearse arguments in the shower that will never happen. A new study has found, have you ever done this? I used to do this when I worked at Fox 5 DC and for Hot 99.5 for radio stations, because there was just always drama at the workplace. So I would rehearse, and I still do this a little bit with my husband, arguments. I would rehearse in my head, the argument and my response when he was going to say something, how I was going to react and how angry I was going to be or not angry. Well, you are not alone. Okay. So the study went on to say that at some point, adults have reported almost 90% that they have rehearsed an argument in the shower, doing just that. Rehearsing what they were going to say, how they were going to confront somebody, and also the different responses. Many people even talk out loud in the shower to try to work out their argument, and then reported days or weeks later that the argument in the shower that they had with themselves never actually happened. Anybody else can relate? I love this study. I'm like, that's never hit closer to home. I've wasted so much time in the shower. I don't know how many arguments I've had and spoken to people. And then like, have you ever like in your head come up with a whole argument and then you go and confront the person and they couldn't be nicer and they agree with you? Isn't that the worst? Like you've lost a whole day being angry, working up. Like this happens with my husband. And then he'll be like, you know what? I thought about it and you had some good points. Don't you hate that when you're like, wait a second. I've got a whole speech for you, sir. Hang on. You're agreeing with me? I'm only 2 sentences in, okay? I've been rehearsing this in the shower and been pissed off and lost a night's sleep. Anyhow, there you go. So if you're not alone. All right, some housekeeping. We have a virtual live show. Do you enjoy interacting with myself? Do you want to ask me anything? Well, on May 1st, myself and fellow podcaster David Yontif from Behind the Velvet Rope are teaming up for a one-night-only virtual live podcast. You can get tickets right in the bio of my TikTok profile and my Instagram. Boop. They're available on Eventbrite. It is a virtual live podcast show with Sarah Fraser and David Yontif, and you can ask us anything from gossip. Obviously, I get insider info from Welcome to Plathville to 1,000-Pound Sisters to Sister Wives, and David gets a lot of housewives tea. The tickets are just $30. It's a VIP limited experience. Everybody gets a question. Grab a cocktail. It doesn't matter if you live in Oklahoma or LA or Maine. It's so much fun for 2 hours, and it's just a night of entertainment. Best question gets a prize valued at over $150. Someone's winning an Amazfit watch, skincare line products, and more. So go to eventbrite.com, search Sarah Fraser. It's May 1st, or you can just click my bio and get a ticket. All right, we will see you then. And of course, I am working to be more consistent and live every Monday and Tuesday morning on TikTok at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard, by the way. I live in LA. Hope to see you there. Bye, you guys.